Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Pokémon Sun Rainbow Wedlocke. In the last episode, we made our way here to the end of Route 1 and into the Trainer School, conquering all the students inside and even the teacher, and catching a brand new Pokemon who just so happens to make the first pairing of this Wedlocke. And that Pokemon was Bellamord, the Alolan Meowth. And that pair was Bellamord and Felcrash, which is really awesome to see. Will we get another pair this episode? I'm not too sure about that, because like I said in a Rainbow Wedlocke, it can be difficult to build an original 6, because you might not be able to get any Pokemon at the beginning that are compatible. So on that note, there is something that I have to mention before starting this episode. It was brought to my attention in the first episode that on my rules list, I only have 24 of the 25 natures listed. And this is my fault. I counted them wrong. I did use Marriland's rules on Twitter, and he did count them wrong too. That was his first posting of the rules, and he counted them wrong in that, but in his actual series, he fixed it. I did not see that. So the nature that I happen to be missing on my list is Bashful. Now, what he did was he put his missing nature under Like's opposite, making it 8 instead of 7. Simple fix. But it was also brought to my attention that a lot of people don't really like his version of the rules because they're very skewed towards male and female pairings, which is basically what a regular Wedlocke is. And there's not much room for the LGBT community, which I know a lot of my fan base is a part of. So, with that being said, I'm not going to tack Bashful on to Like's opposite. Instead, I'm going to tack Bashful on to Like's any. So from this point on, any Bashful Pokemon that we catch, they will like anything, meaning they like male and female Pokemon, making LGBT community more likely to be used, if that makes sense, instead of it just being a generic Wedlocke. Yes, it makes it a little easier because it can be paired with anything, but I wanted to share that sort of love a little bit because I didn't actually realize that the rules were that skewed. And I don't think Marriland did that intentionally. It just makes kind of sense. There's not really much else to put it, and it'd be a lot harder to make pairs without that being the case. So tacking one onto Like's any, I think, is a pretty good option to do. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I don't know if I'll update the rules picture, but just know from this episode out, Bashful is any. So, with that being said, we can now continue into the next part of the game and visit the first major city, being Hau'oli City. So let's cross this line and enter Hau'oli City and follow Lily here because she wanted us to come along. So here we are at the beachfront of Hau'oli City. So in the last episode, I did mention that I probably wouldn't get a Pokemon here. I realize this is probably not the greatest idea because we have a pretty big fight coming up, and because I need all the Pokemon that I can get. I was actually looking at the Pokemon you can get here with Surf, and there aren't really anything that great. I don't really think it's worth waiting for. The only things that I can get here is a Wingull and a Pichu. Now, I would love a Pichu. That would be excellent. I think it'd be really cool to get a chance to use Pikachu and Alolan Raichu, because I've never used an Alolan Raichu before. So, it's a 5% chance. It's unlikely, but there are a lot of Pokemon here that I'm not allowed to use, and it might make it so I can run into that. However, Wingull is pretty common, and you all know my luck with the Pokemon Wingull. So, I'm going to go ahead and lead with Bellamord here just because I want to catch the Pokemon that I get here with Bellamord. It can be either male or female because male can be paired up with Bob, female can be paired up with Anglewhip. So, whatever I run into first that's eligible will be my encounter. So, I was also thinking of using my Island Scan here, but seeing as there's so many Pokemon that I can get here, I don't really want to because I might not end up getting it, and it wouldn't use up Island Scan. I was thinking of Island Scan being a free Pokemon, but I'm not too sure about that just yet. I think it's going to be one per island, but if I don't get it, I don't get it, which is unfortunate. I can actually get Clink here, which I was considering, but Clink doesn't evolve until level 38, which is really, really late, and I don't think I'm going to have a Clink until level 38, if I had it at this point, which is not good. So I'm not going to do that. I am actually going to use it for the cemetery and get a Litwick, which also doesn't evolve till really late. But Litwick, I think, if it gets added to the PC, I could use Litwick much later, and I think that would be a pretty cool thing to do. So Anyways, enough rambling. This part is where you get the Poke Finder, which is a pretty big waste, really. It makes the Rotom Dex able to take pictures. It's required. It's a forced cutscene. It's kind of annoying, and it's not really anything that's useful in this playthrough anyways. It's kind of neat. But Rotom wants to go ahead and give it a try, and yes, they're going to force you to try it out. I'm going to cut this part out, most likely, once we get up to the part that I have to do. But Lily and Hau are talking here. So, yeah, we got my Rotom Dex updated. I don't really care about talking to these two. This is like one of the worst parts of this game. The cutscenes and tutorials in this game are unbelievably heavy. And it's not changed in Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon at all. And really, it's annoying, but there's not too much I can do. Once the game starts to pick up, it slows down quite a bit. Anyways, Rotom wants to, flaunt its stuff now that it can take pictures. Alright, guys, I did that really quick. It's really annoying, but something to get done with. So, I'm actually going to get my encounter before we continue on with more cutscenes, just to break this part of the game up a little bit. So, I really want a Pichu. There's a lot of things here that are ineligible for our series. I'm probably going to get a Wingull. It's, that's just how the cookie crumbles, realistically. So, my encounter for Hau'oli City is going to be not an Abra. So, Abra is also a part of previous game clause. I used an Alakazam in a previous series of mine, and this makes this Abra not count. Which I thank, because, Abra's great, I love Alakazam, but it's fairly generic, and I've used one before. So, not being able to use it and getting something else is going to be pretty sweet. And that something else could potentially be a Pichu! Yes! Oh, cool! Alright! Yes! Alright, I'm stoked. I didn't think that was going to happen. 5% Pichu, and it's a female. So, we're going to catch this guy. I'm going to be really careful that I don't knock it out. And I'm going to try and dunk a Great Ball on it immediately. Pichu is really rare here, being 5%, and it's something I really, really want the chance to use. And it breaks out of the Great Ball. That's okay. I'm trying to think what can I do to it without knocking it out. There's really nothing? So I'm just going to throw another Great Ball at it. We've got 5 of them. I can always buy more. I need this Pichu in my life. I got super lucky in the original Moon Wedlocke that I tried to record, and got Pichu on Route 1. And that's my first encounter. It was really rare, and I wanted it, and I had a similar reaction. But as you all know, that series ended, and unfortunately, I never got the chance to use Crazy Steve. But here is Crazy Steve's reincarnate, because we did get a Pichu for our encounter, which is awesome. I get that chance, once again, if it's compatible with Ongle Whip. So, with that being said, Pichu is the Tiny Mouse Pokemon. It is not yet skilled at controlling electricity, and if you take your eyes off it, it may shock itself. So, as you guys know, my naming theme for this playthrough is NPCs and monsters on the online game RuneScape. I'm going to check my list for a name for this Pichu, and I'll be right back. It didn't take me long at all to find a name for this Pichu. It's a girl, so I can't name it Crazy Steve, even if that was on the list. It's not, by the way. But I did want to reference Crazy Steve in any way that I could, because it was a really, really cool Pichu that we got, and I want to do it justice in this playthrough. So, I have a name for this Pichu, and it is named after a slightly insane princess. And I think it's very safe to say that Crazy Steve is a little insane. And the name I'm giving this Pichu is Miazurkyu. We have Miazurkyu, the Pichu, and it ends in the Q sound, like Pikachu, Raichu, Miazurkyu. So, that's it. Now, I'm terrified because I really, really want to use Miazurkyu. But it might be a while before we get to add her to the team, because it all depends on if she is compatible with male Pokemon, because she needs to be able to be paired up with Ongle Whip here. So, for that to happen, she has to have the correct nature that likes male Pokemon. So, I should have had this pulled up, but let me go ahead and pull up my list here and see if she's compatible or not. I need to see the genders. I forgot to pull it up before I started recording. That's my bad. And so, she needs to be able to be either Quirky, relaxed, serious, adamant, naughty, brave. Timid, bold, docile. Calm, rash, naive, impish, lonely, mild, quiet, or bashful. So, the nature that Miyazuki has is brave, which means she likes male Pokemon only, and that means that Miyazuki is the second pairing of this playthrough, because Miyazuki and Angawip are paired. So our starter is the only one without a partner. That's okay. I am super stoked to get a Pichu. I never imagined that that was going to happen, but I am really excited. And because we caught it at a low enough level, it gets Charm, which could really save her life one day. I am stoked. I am really hyped right now. This is going to be great. So, Miyazuki and Angawip are the new pairing, as I've said. But before I continue on, I do want to make sure everybody's at least level 10. I want to get Miyazuki and Angawip to level 10. And I'm going to do a truckload of running around, because I think I'm going to evolve Pichu into Pikachu right away. I don't really see any reason to wait for that. And once we get to the Verdant Cavern, I will have a perfect option for that Totem Gumshoes, because Pikachu can learn Brick Break. And with a brave nature, I think Pikachu, or Miyazuki, will be a perfect option for that Totem. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and heal up. I'm going to train these two to level 10. I'm not sure if we'll do a training montage or not. If there's enough for a song, I will. I don't know how long it's going to take me. I'm sure there will be. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the music, and I'll see you guys when I'm done.
The talking, the rumors didn't mean anything, because you swore you had me, I had you, like a stream in the spring, we were brand new. I put myself up there to trust you, despite all of the things I'd been through. I see now the sweet taste suddenly been exchanged for a clean slate. You really got me stuck, then you walked away. While I was in the shock, you would drift astray. For all the things you told me that weren't true, I've got one or two things to tell you. You never had your mind in the place I was. You never stood behind when I fell, because you let me be the one, then you leave me blue. I've got one or two things to tell you. For years now, I learned how what you thought was the law, 'cause you said so. I let you break into my own mind. What was mine, now I'm stopping you. I put myself up there to trust you, despite all of the things I've been through. I see now the sweet taste suddenly been exchanged for a clean slate. You really got me stuck, then you walked away. While I was in the shock, you would drift astray. For all the things you told me that weren't true, I've got one or two things to tell you. You never had your mind in the place I was. You never stood behind when I fell, because you let me be the one, then you leave me blue. I've got one or two things to tell you. I had no doubt. I see it now, I am better off. Got one or two things to tell you. You really got me stuck, then you walked away. While I was in the shock, you would drift astray. For all the things you told me that weren't true, I've got one or two things to tell you. You never had your mind in the place I was. You never stood behind when I fell, because you let me be the one, then you leave me blue.
Finally, I almost soft reset. Oh yes. Alright, everybody. That took over 2 hours of running around. I didn't see that it was about to evolve. I almost soft reset. But it's finally time for Meowscarada, the Pichu, to evolve. That's the first evolution of the series, and it's a mascot Pokemon of the franchise. Meowscarada has evolved into Pikachu. Alright, so that is me done training. I have leveled everybody up to level 10, and I leveled Bob the Cat to level 11, because he's still without a partner, so I wanted him to have a little extra level over the other Pokemon. And if you're wondering why I evolved Pichu into Pikachu at level 10, the reason for this is because Pichu gets Sweet Kiss, which isn't that big of a deal, and the only other move it would get as a Pichu would be Nasty Plot, but I would miss out on the move that this Pikachu is about to learn at level 10, and that's Quick Attack. So I want Quick Attack over Nasty Plot, and I have to evolve it before level 13, otherwise I would miss out on Electro Ball as a Pikachu. So I just think a good idea is to evolve it at level 10. It's a lot better because I'll need Pikachu maybe for fighting ILIMA. It's just better to have a Pikachu. It's more bulky, and Quick Attack could be really, really helpful down the line. So I'm going to get rid of Tail Whip for Quick Attack. And having a Brave Nature, we're not that fast compared to most Pikachu, so having a little priority in Quick Attack is good, and a Brave Nature means physical attacks will be better. So I just think Quick Attack's my best decision for Meowscarada. So, with that being said, everybody has trained up. It didn't take very long to train at all. It took a really long time to run back and forth, so I'm really glad that Meowscarada is finally a Pikachu. So our team's looking really good and ready to take on Hau'oli City, and our fight with the trial captain, ILIMA, that is coming up soon. So, with that being said, I'm going to go heal, and we're going to get back into Hau'oli City and continue this episode off. Alright, everybody. Training is now done, as you saw in the last clip, where our Pichu Meowscarada did evolve into Pikachu, which is really great. It took so much running to get it to happen, but it was definitely something that we needed to do. So, definitely a lot better as a Pikachu here. And we do have Quick Attack, as you guys saw, because of when we evolved her, which is just going to be really great. And I have a great strategy for her coming up for the first totem. As you guys know, the first totem of the game is going to be Gumshoos, and it's weak to fighting. And they give you a TM for Brick Break, and Pikachu can learn Brick Break, which is going to be excellent. And taking advantage of that Brave Nature, I'm really excited to see how that unfolds. I'm so glad that we ended up getting a Pichu. I think it's really awesome. But anyways, guys, Bob still doesn't have a partner, which is really unfortunate. Bob is our first Pokemon, yet he's the only lone wolf in Pokemon we have that doesn't have a partner, which is really unfortunate. I want to see Bobby get a partner, but it's totally understandable if I don't get one this episode, because there's only 2 places that I can get an encounter up ahead, and I don't intend on going to one of them, I don't think, this episode. And the other one I don't want to get until we have a full team. And I'll go into reasons why when we get there. Anyways, Lily's going to go ahead and give me something. I think this is the contact case? Yeah, it's the lens case, which lets you change your eye color, which is pretty interesting. And this is also the first time that we can change our clothes. I'm playing as the male character once again, like I did in X and Y. And I didn't really change my clothes very much in that playthrough, for reasons to be understood, because, you know, there's not really much to do as a guy. Like, guys don't really care about clothes, right? I mean, some do, you know. Not me. I wear pretty much the same thing every single day. I'm not interested in clothing, basically. But on the Pokemon game, I suppose I can be. Let's change into something real snazzy. I'm a really plain guy. Like, that yellow top looked pretty snaz, if you ask me. And I don't even really like yellow. Oh, we're the pink? Is there, like, any rainbow-colored stuff? That would be pretty cool. I doubt it. Not at this point in the game. I'm just going to go ahead and throw on this yellow top, maybe? I don't like yellow, really. I just thought, why not? I like black and everything, but I'm trying to go outside me comfort zone with, like, you know, Dionysus wears blue. Do we have any blue stuff? Like, in your RuneScape, he wears blue. No, there's no blue stuff. Are you kidding me? Alright, I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time on this. This is something I don't really want to do a whole bunch on, so I'll just do the black. Oh, I didn't even pick it. $980 for that top? What? Why you charge me so much? Alright, the capri pants are really ugly, but we'll just wear black for now. This is like what I do at the start of every game, so I guess I'm not really going outside of my comfort zone too much. I change into something real plain, and then we roll with it. Let's get some black socks. And any hats that I want. Yeah, let's get a black hat. Oh, that was too much money. Oh, well. Too late. Alright, let's change into that. It's probably the only time I'll change clothes for a while. I mean, I'll look when we get to other clothes stores, but not really anything that I'm interested in. As you guys know, my dog is also getting a drink, so you guys might hear slurping of the water. I apologize. Anyways, what's this girl say? Welcome to the scarf. Well, I mean the apparel shop. And have this scarf. Oh, hey! Oh! That's actually excellent! Oh, wow, she gives you the silk scarf. Talk to people, kids. I did not know that. Alright, let's give Felcrash that silk scarf, which is going to be insane once he gets rolling with some really powerful normal type attacks. And when he's a Gumshoes, that's just going to be incredible. So I'm really glad that we managed to get that. That's awesome. Actually, let's talk to this girl. I doubt she gives you anything after that. But oh, you can get your hair cut. No, my hair's fine the way it is. I tried to get it dyed black, and Ultra Sun and Moon, but black looks like it's purple. Like, good going, Game Freak. You do so good with the color black. Like, the black should look like my clothes, but it's like blue. Ignore my phone if you happen to hear it. I always forget to mute it. I thought about it, and I was like, it's 9 at night. Who's gonna message me? If I could find it, I would tell you, but I don't know. So, whatever. What's this guy give me? A heal ball. Well, that's kind of cool. We might be able to catch an encounter in that. I like that. Yeah, it'll heal him up. Not really necessary to do, but it's a cool looking ball. That's what matters about that, really. Yeah. Yeah, to listen to her. Use Pokemon moves that are the same type as your Pokemon. This girl, I think, wants a Drifloon. Yeah, Drifloon's something that I don't want. It's actually a guaranteed encounter in the cemetery, which is something that I'm really, really not wanting to do. Here's the move leader. Drifloon, as you guys know, in my original Moon Wedlocke, I had a Drifloon on my original 6. And I used that Drifloon from the very beginning of the game, and it made it all the way to the very end of the playthrough. It was my best friend, and that Drifblim sits on my main file, unknocked out to this day. And his name was The Gambler. I don't know why I'm going into the PC here. That was an accident. But I really don't want history to repeat itself, because I just used a Drifblim the entire game. I don't want to use one again. But it's the only thing I can get in the cemetery without using Island Scan, which is why I wanted to get into this really quick. So I am allowed to use Island Scan. I'm allowed to get one Pokemon per island. I'm not really sure how I should go about it, because it's not guaranteed that you end up finding the Pokemon, and there's not very many. So what I think I'm going to do is make my Island Scan Pokemon guaranteed, but I have to say it ahead of time. For example, the Island Scan Pokemon in the cemetery is Litwick. I want to get Litwick. It's most likely going to be found first, but even if it's not, that will be my encounter for that area. Just because there's very few Island Scan Pokemon, and if I Island Scan, say, oh, I want Luxio on the next island, and I do the 10 QR codes and scan, and it's not my first encounter, I just wasted a truckload of time. I think that's dumb. So, my encounter will be the one that I've chosen, is how I'm going to do it. I know it's not my first encounter if I don't find it first. I understand that is against the spirit of the Wedlocke. That's just how I'm going to do it this time around. As long as you say it before it happens, then that's a rule. But if I make up the rule on the spot, like find a Drifloon, and I'm like, oh, no, I'm going to do this, then that would have been unfair. But if I go over this before it actually becomes a problem, that's how I'm going to handle it this playthrough. That is my rule for this playthrough. Anyways, I did stock up on a ton of potions in the Pokemon Center when I was training. If you go to the medicine right here, I have 16 potions. which should be plenty for this upcoming area. So let's head over here, see Hau and his malasadas. Malasadas? I don't even know what they are. I think they're pieces of fried bread. He said they're good eats. Yeah, they're malasadas. Malasadas? Whatever. I don't really want them. I like bread, but I don't want to watch a pixel character eat bread, personally. I'd like to eat tons of bread myself. You guys building a photo club over here? What do you mean you don't know what you're building? I know what you're building. Building a photo club. Anyways. Enough rambling. Let's head over to the docks. And hopefully something cool will happen over here. Because I've got a pretty good feeling that it will. Oh, who's this pink-haired freak? Didn't we see him before? Are there any items? Yeah, there is an item down here. I'm going to go ahead and grab that really quick. It's probably nothing too special, but maybe it's a held item that Whip or somebody could take advantage of. Not Whip, because he has the Quick Claw, but a Super Potion. That could actually save one of their lives. So we got a pretty tough fight coming up ahead. I know a lot of people who've tried to do a Wedlocke on these games have wiped to him at the start, which is really unfortunate, because he can be really brutal, but I've got a pretty good strategy to fight him with this time. So, let's talk to ILIMA here, and see what he has to say. Oh, well, never mind, we're gonna get interrupted. Yo, check it! Wherever we meet you, Team Skull don't even greet you. You just did greet me, kids. Come on. Don't bust a rhyme if you ain't got the time to make sure that it's fine. So, Cat, just give us the Pokemon, yo. Oh, you're from the trainer school. I love this. Is amazing. Just completely ignore these two. And they're like, whoa, yeah. Trying to act all hard, because we're hard as bone out here, homie. Anyways. These guys are so stupid. I'm not doing the Team Skull voice ever again, I promise. They steal people's Pokemon. We're going to take care of this one, and he'll get rid of that one. Yo, check it! This is actually hilarious. I wanted to fight ILIMA with these two. I'm going to fight this guy with Miazurkyu, just because I'm guessing he might have something that might be weak to electric. Just random thought. Let's talk to him. Yo, check how I changed the game with my mad skills. Yo. My name is Team Skull. Grow in the house! I'll never do that again, I swear. But it's like Team Skull. That's how they talk, right? What's up, Team Skull Grunt? Zubat, maybe? Yeah, it is a Zubat. Alright, that's what I thought. Alright, that's perfect for Miazurkyu. Your first battle on the channel! Let's go, Miazurkyu! Alright, Pikachu! I hate Pikachu normally, but Miazurkyu's pretty sweet, so I don't hate Pikachu. It's just too regular for me, really. Thunder Shock that Zubat! Shock it to the ground. Didn't take it out in one hit. That's considerably astonishing. Yeah! Static boys. Yeah. Doesn't matter, though, because I was going to use Quick Attack anyways. Not that we weren't outspeeding to begin with, but let's just Quick Attack it into the dirt. And see you later, Zubat. Thank you for playing our game. Goodbye. Alright, so I'm really scared for ILIMA. Hopefully they heal us after this, because if not, Miazurkyu's going to be a little dented for the fight. But, I don't know. Alright, let's see what he says. No fair, I was playing a different game. You not playing Pokemon Sun? Were you playing Pokemon Moon? That would make sense. Goodbye, Team Skull. I hate you both. No, I love Team Skull, actually. They're hilarious. Anyways, ILIMA. After seeing how we battled, I'd like to take you on myself. Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and heal us. Please let me switch Miazurkyu to the back. I must admit, I've been wondering about you since I saw you at the trainer school. Professor Kukui brought you along, and your Pokemon seem to defeat our teacher so effortlessly. Very well, then. Allow me to see if you're ready for my trial. Not yet. Yeah, I'm not ready for you yet. I am doing this with Whip. So, yeah. Let's do this. I am pretty scared, but I think we can take this on no problem at all. Let's talk to him. I must admit, I've been wondering about you since I saw you at the trainer school. Professor Kukui brought you along, and you and your Pokemon seem to defeat our teacher so effortlessly. Very well, then. Allow me to see if you're ready for my trial. This is the point of the game I had my first death in my original Moon Wedlocke. Can we do it this time without repeating the past? We're about to find out. Let's talk to him and say yes. Let's do it! Behold the magnificent Pokemon of the one and only Captain ILIMA. Alright, time for the first battle against the first trial captain of the Pokemon Sun Rainbow Wedlocke. And it's fitting that there are rainbow colors to suit him. Alright, first up is going to be his young goose. I know that by memory, and I am terrified that it's going to be able to build up on me. Alright, Whip, I need your help to take this young goose down. So I don't think Yungoos has Bite at this point. Actually, I know they don't, because I have one that's a higher level and it does not have Bite. It has Pursuit, though. Oh, I didn't think about that. Okay, that's fine. So my strategy was to use Curse. It's going to use Pursuit, which is going to be problematic at first. It's not going to do that much, and with Curse, it's not going to be doing much anymore to me. So now I'm going to use Yawn. I want to build up on Curse and just take his team down, because I know that his Smeargle is going to have Water Gun instead of Leafage, because I started with Litten. That makes it so his Ace isn't even that good against Angle and if I can build up with Curses on this Yungoos, then we'll be fine. So it is very possible that it can crit me with Pursuit here, and I think that would do enough to kill me. But I'm not going to heal in case of it. I thought I was, but I just don't feel like it's going to. Okay, it didn't. Alright, we'll be able to use Curse, and this turn it's going to be Asleep. We're going to be +2 defense and attack, which is excellent. And Tackle will be able to sweep these Pokemon down once we use a couple more Curses. So, I am going to use healing item number 1 here. We have 3 items per pair per battle, so there's really no reason not to can one right here. He has a full heal? Okay, he has a full heal. That's okay, though. I'm going to put him back to sleep. Yeah, I'm going to put him back to sleep. Our defenses are really high right now, so as long as it doesn't crit, Pursuit's not going to be doing that much damage to me. And even if it does crit me at this stage, I do think that Angle will be able to take it. So I'm going to use Curse again. Hopefully it... Yeah, Quick Claw, nice! Alright, so that'll give us a little bit more beef for this upcoming Pursuit. Which, you know, it wouldn't do that much to us anyways unless it crits. Crits will bypass this, by the way, and it'll do a truckload of damage. And it didn't crit me, which is great. So now he's asleep. I'm doubting that he's going to heal again. I'm going to use Curse again. Yeah, he's still asleep, which is great. So we're going to be at +4 attack and +4 defense. Which I do realize this is a problem, because the Smeargle is going to be using a special attack, but it's not very effective, and I think it'll do less than anything else that he has anyways. So now, hopefully it'll stay asleep, which it did. Angle will be able to use Tackle here, which is excellent, and hopefully it'll do over half. I don't think it'll kill it in one hit, but it did do about half. So as long as it takes it down this turn, I'll be perfectly acceptable with this part. It'll be perfectly acceptable, and we'll be able to take on his Smeargle if it takes it out. It did. Alright, nice job, Anglewhip. That is Yungoos down. This is your first real fight, because you were a lone wolf up until this point, which is pretty sweet. So next up is going to be his ace, the scary Pokemon on his team, and that's a Smeargle. It's a normal type, and Smeargle are really weak, but they do have the ability to learn any move. And as long as this Tackle doesn't crit me, which it didn't, then we're in great standings, and we can tackle this Smeargle. And with their really low defense, it should go down really quickly, as you see there. So I do have 2 healing items still. I'm going to use a potion just in case it crits me. If it were to crit me right here... Oh, also, he has a potion, apparently. If it were to crit me right there, it would kill me with a stab tackle. And now, since he used a potion, it's not going to fully heal it, which I think we'll be able to take it out with one more tackle. And even if he crits me at this point, we should be okay to take it. It's going to use Water Gun anyways. Even a crit Water Gun wouldn't do half of my health. It's not very good. So... If I had started with Poplio, it would have a Leafage, which would make me not able to fight him with Anglewhip. But because of our situation of starting with Litten, we can take it out with a tackle from Anglewhip and finish this fight with the ILIMA off. Alright, we avenged my Wingull from my original Moon Wedlocke, because we just beat a ILIMA with nobody dying. Nice work, guys! Alright, not bad. I was pretty scared, but honestly, it wasn't that bad. Curse with Anglewhip was definitely a good strategy to use. Awesome. He wants us to come to the Verdant Cavern and attempt the trial of a ILIMA. I can get there from Route 2, and the Rotom Dex will show me the way. He bids me ALOLA, which is pretty sweet. So, I really want to get Bob a partner. So I do think we're going to go on to Route 2 and hopefully be able to hook Bob up with somebody. Oh, there's a TM in there? I didn't see that. I actually think I know what it is. No, I thought it was Hone Claws. I don't remember, actually. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm going to put Pikachu up front, though, because Pikachu can probably run away from anything. And nobody else can. Everybody else is pretty slow. Well, Bellamord's pretty fast, but... Anyways, I don't want to run into anything. Please, no wild Pokemon. I probably should have gone this way. Yeah, of course. Anyways, maybe it's a shiny Abra and it'll teleport and everybody will giggle at me because that is my luck. It's a Grimer. Well, hello, Grimer. How are you? Also, in the last episode, I said the only thing I could get... Oh, not the last episode. Earlier this episode, I said the only thing I could get here was a Wingull or Pichu, and I was actually wrong. I could have gotten a Grimer, too. So, we avoided that. And many of you might be saying, oh, you love Muck. Muck's one of your favorite Pokemon, right? Yeah, I would like to use a Muck, but like I said, I've used one in my original Moon Wedlocke. I'm trying to avoid things that I used there. I really don't want to repeat the past. And so far we haven't, which is something that I'm pretty happy about. So over there we got the TM for Echoed Voice, which is actually a really good move at the start of the game for something that can learn it. Unfortunately, nothing that I have is good with special attacks, really. I guess Pikachu is. So I guess I could teach it to Miazurki just in case. I don't really feel like getting rid of anything, honestly, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. And I think we need to go ahead and heal up. So, as I was saying, I want to get Litwick for my encounter in the cemetery, but I don't want to do that yet, because if I do that, Bob will be paired up with a fire type, and that's just not going to end well for them at all. And I don't want to have to do that. I know I can end up getting a Growlithe on Route 2, and I really want a Growlithe, honestly. I've always really wanted to use one in a Wedlocke, but I do realize that it's a bad idea if Bob gets paired up with it. There's not anything I can do. I have to get my encounters. I've got to fill out my team, and there's fire-type possibilities on both routes. So, you know, it happens. I'm going to go ahead and buy, like, 4 repels, because I want to be able to repel my way through the first few patches of grass, because they can have something that I don't want. The encounters are better later down the line. I really want a Cutie Fly, but I understand that that's unlikely because of my luck with encounters, but I'm going to try for it. I'm going to avoid trainers and get an encounter up ahead, and, you know, hopefully we'll get Bob a partner. It's very possible, though, that it doesn't like Bob, and it will have to go to the PC. And then I will go get my Litwick, and hopefully it goes to the PC as well. But, yeah, we're headed to our first trial now. This is normally where I would end off the episode, but I do think we can let Hala get rid of this Tauros for us. And maybe, just maybe, get ourselves an encounter. Let's give this Tauros a pat really quick. And hopefully it'll go away now. Yeah, it's getting happy to know me on my island challenge. Beat it, Tauros. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, we'll see you later, Tauros. Not you guys watching the video. Anyways, Route 2. We're Route 2 bound. Here we are. Alright, so I do want to spray Repel immediately because I really don't want to get a Pokemon here, as you guys know. I want to wait down the line. It's also possible I end up with a Smeargle, which could be meme-worthy at best. I'm going to go ahead and put Felcrash up front. Miazurki and Anglewhip just did some stuff. Bob, unfortunately, has to sit at the back. I know a lot of people are stoked for Bobby, but Bob has to sit at the back. I think I have to fight this girl, yeah. Yeah, I do. Unfortunately. Sorry, I love that. Anyways, gotta fight this beauty. I don't know what she has. Really, I have no idea. So, let's see what she has. Beauty Crystal has a Ghastly. Ooh, it's a Ghastly. A Ghastly! Alright, let's fight this Ghastly with Felcrash. We have Pursue, so this Ghastly should be going nowhere but to the ground, which would be really fun, because Felcrash needs some experience. I don't actually know what level Felcrash evolves at, honestly. I'm guessing, like, closer to 18. Maybe it's 14, and we get it early. That'd be pretty cool, but if it spikes me here, we're going to be pretty low on... Oh, yes, it missed with Hypnosis. Thank you for saving my life there. Not actually saving Felcrash's life, but, like, saving me a headache and time. Not a fan of a time waster, Ghastly, so I'm glad that you happen to waste your own. Taking me on. Yeah, that was good. Alright, thank you, Felcrash. We're going to level 11. Let's continue along and hopefully get ourselves a Pokemon for Bobby. So, for my encounter here, I do have to get a female... Oh, no, I have to get a male Pokemon. Because it has to be compatible with Bob. So, I wanted to skip all these areas really quick. We'll come back to this. Do I have to fight this little snot? Yeah, I do have to fight the snot. Whatever. Preschooler Pistons. Full power. What's a preschooler piston, and where do you get one? Youngster Joe? Caleb? Alright, why did I think it'd be Joe? Ooh, a Spearow. Okay. With the Silk Scarf, though, Tackle should be really good. Also, it's possible we get a Spearow up ahead, too, which is really regular, and I know a lot of people probably wouldn't be cool with a Spearow, but I actually would really like to use a Spearow, personally. Fearo's a really cool flying type. I always really liked Fearow, and they're really powerful, too, so I wouldn't mind seeing myself use one, but I would rather have a Cutie Fly or a Growlithe, but I understand that Growlithe is not the best idea for Bob to be paired up with. I completely get that, but whatever we get, we'll get. It could also be a Smeargle, which I completely understand is a death sentence, but I would not mind being forced to use a Smeargle, personally, but if it goes to the PC, I'll probably never use it. So, anyways, Let's go ahead and use a potion really quick to heal up Felcrash. I think we're good to go. To catch an encounter here. Oh, this Delibird's going to take me to the berry fields, right? Yeah, he's going to lead me over to the berry fields. Do I have to go with it? Yeah, I do. Alright, that's okay. We can get some berries first before we continue on. You can actually also get an encounter in here now that I thought about it. The berry fields, as you guys see, if I save, is a completely different area. Oh, there's a drowsy fight up here, that's right. What do I want to do with that? Bellamord can fight the drowsy. I can get a Crabrawler here. Which, a lot of people can be like, why not get a Crabrawler and make it easy to fight the totem? You're right, but I did use a Crabrawler in my original playthrough of Sun and Moon. Not my Wedlocke. I don't really want to use a Crabrawler again, so I'll get one to go to the PC, but I don't want to have it on my original 6 right now. Anyways, these Team Skull Grunts are causing problems at the berry fields. We gotta take Team Skull on, because they're hard-headed, as they said. Team Skull, just stop. You guys suck at, like, everything, and that's why you're gonna lose. Alright, he has a Drowsy from what I remember. It's not that big of a deal. Drowsy would be an awesome encounter, personally. I don't know if you can get one, though, in the grass that I'm headed to. I think it's just in the first set of grass. So I'm sorry to anybody that really wanted to see me use a Drowsy. I would be totally up for Drowsy. Don't get me wrong. It's just not really in the cards if you can't get it up ahead. But if you can, then sweet. But goodbye, Drowsy. Bellamord is way too powerful for you, Team Skull. Get on out of here, kids. Leave it to the masters. Yeah. Goodbye, Team Skull. Just leave. You keep trying, and it never works for you guys. So yeah, it's the berry fields here. Sweet. So we get an Oranberry from this guy, which is awesome. So we can start getting some berries, which is huge for keeping my Pokemon alive, because Oranberries, Citrus Berries, stuff like that is awesome. So we're going to get an Oranberry here. Any Citrus Berries, perhaps? A Person Berry's huge. That can cure confusion. And another Oranberry. So not too much, but, you know, it's a little bit. Also, my dog has been snoring rapidly in the background, as some of you may hear. I apologize for that. I've been trying not to point it out this episode, but he keeps getting louder and louder and louder. He's all sacked out with all the Thanksgiving dinner that we had. Because it's Thanksgiving today, for any of you guys that don't know. But if I talk to this one, it's a fake Delibird. Yeah, gives me a revive. So it's some money. Cash dollars make me holla, am I right? But yeah, no. No to using that revive. That is to be sold only. So, there are some items down here in the berry fields, if I recall. Nothing too special anyways. There might be something in this pot. Yeah, there is. A repel. So we get to replace the repel that we had used. Nothing too special there, but, you know, we'll probably end up using it at some point. Repels are very useful, especially in a recorded challenge, because you really don't want to bore your audience. Even though I probably do that the entire time I talk anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, what's this guy going on about cash dollars make you holla? It's like, what's wrong with this kid? I personally don't know what's wrong with me, but, you know, if you guys want to tell me in the comments, you can feel free and destroy me. No, please don't, actually. Alright, anyways, I don't want to fight this girl. Whoa, slow it down, lady. Not today, I want an encounter. Alright, so Bobby the cat could finally get a partner. Will it happen, though? That's something we have to wait and find out. So I'm going to put Miazraq up front, and we're going to go ahead and get my encounter for Route 2. I don't want to get that shaking spot. So my encounter for Route 2 could possibly be a cutie fly. If it's a male. I really want it. Come on. It's a male. My encounter for Route 2 is a cutie fly. Awesome. Alright. I'm going to try and catch it. I don't want to knock it out. I don't know how much defense they have. And I'm really scared that a quick attack might knock it out. So I'm just going to throw a great ball and hope we get lucky. Come on. Get in the ball, cutie fly. Ah, of course not. I might have to quick attack it. And that scares me. Oh, Fairy Wind could be deadly at this point. Yeah, I don't like that. What can I do? I can yawn. That's something that we can do. Alright, come on back, Miazraq. I need your help, Onga Whip. You need to put this thing to sleep real quickly. Fairy Wind hopefully doesn't do that much. Onga Whip's pretty tanky. Yeah, soak up that damage, boy. Alright, go ahead and yawn this thing to sleep. Oh, Stun Spore could be so good. I like that. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and use... I feel like it's too frail to attack. I'm gonna go for the heal ball and just hope we get lucky. I doubt it. I want it in a heal ball, but unfortunately, it's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, we did! Alright, we got Cutie Fly for Route 2. Woo! But the question is this Cutie Fly interested in men? We don't know this. But hopefully, when we find out, it will be Bob the Cat's partner and be the final member of our original 6. I really hope so, but only time will tell. Alright, Cutie Fly is the bee fly Pokemon. It feeds on the nectar of pollen of flowers. Because it's able to sense auras, it can identify which flowers are about to bloom. So, for any of you guys that don't know, my naming theme for this playthrough is NPCs and characters from the online game RuneScape. So I'm going to check my list for a name for this Cutie Fly, and I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, I got a name for this Cutie Fly, and it's not actually a name from my list. I actually thought of something in the game that's not on my list, that's just a really fitting name for what this thing looks like. It's a very not interesting name, and it goes very well with a regular name like Bob. It wasn't cleared for my list because it's pretty regular, but I think it fits Cutie Fly the best out of any name that I could have came up with. So, this is going to be named after the invention pet on RuneScape. So every skill in RuneScape has a skilling pet to go along with it. They're very rare, they're like shiny Pokemon, but for RuneScape. And they all have pretty regular names, so not very many of them are on this list. But the invention pet is a little flying insect, and it looks a lot like Cutie Fly. And the name for Cutie Fly and the invention pet is Malcolm. We have Malcolm, the Cutie Fly. And I think it's a reference from the TV show Firefly, which makes it even more fitting for Cutie Fly, because it's like fly. So, Malcolm, the Cutie Fly, could very well be our original 6 final member, if it likes males. So, for Cutie Fly to be paired up with Bob the Cat, it has to be either a timid, bold, docile, quirky, relaxed, serious, adamant, naughty, or brave nature. Anything else, it will be sent directly to the PC. And Cutie Fly's nature is lonely, which means, unfortunately, Malcolm only likes the opposite gender, meaning that Malcolm will have to be put into the PC. It is not Bob's partner, and it has an unfortunate nature to go along with it. So, unfortunately, Malcolm does have to be deposited into the PC immediately. That sucks, but that's okay. Maybe we'll get to use Malcolm at some point in our adventure, but not today. So, I do want to go get another encounter. I want to finish off our encounters to see if Bob's... I want to know if I'm going to be stuck with Bob being a lone wolf up until the trial. So, I want to know if I'm stuck with him like this. I don't want to not know until next episode. That's why this episode's going to be a little longer. We'll take on this route in the next episode and the cemetery. But I do want to know what I'm dealing with here. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get our encounter for the cemetery, and as I said, it can only be a Litwick, because that's going to be my island scan encounter for Melee Island. So, I'm going to go ahead and do island scan. I already did the QR codes ahead of time, and we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. So if you go into the QR scanner, once you've scanned 10 QR codes, you can do an island scan, and it is the correct day for Litwick. So we're going to go ahead and scan the island, and it picked up a Litwick in the Hau'oli Cemetery. So, that's where we're at, that's where we can get Litwick, and it is now an available encounter, and it will be my encounter for the cemetery. So I'm going to go ahead and run this repel off really quick. Yeah, I think Hongo Whip's up front. Is he? Yeah, he is. Alright, so, my encounter for the Hau'oli Cemetery, it has to be a male Litwick, obviously. It has to be compatible with Bob. I know Malcolm's still in the party. I'll go put him away when we go to see the Litwick. But I have to run this repel off. So my encounter for the Hau'oli Cemetery can only be one thing. It has to be a male Litwick. And if it's a Drifloon, it doesn't count, as I've said. But there's my Litwick. So, as long as this one's male, it's my encounter. If not, I gotta keep looking. It's a female. Of course it is. Make it harder for me. Uh-oh. Acid. That's weird. Uh-oh, because it's a ghost type. Let me run away, please. Uh-oh! Uh-oh, okay. That's not good. Fire Spin's trapped me. I don't know if Litwick gets any ghost type attacks at this point in the game, so I'm actually going to use a healing item in here. I don't want his Litwick to end up killing Hongo Whip here. That would be unfortunate. Holy crap, that would be so bad. Alright, it's just using Smog, so it could end up poisoning me, but I know we can take it out, so I'm not too concerned. All I gotta do is hit it with a water gun or two. But it's still scary, because it's poisoned me, it's got me fire spinned. I'm pretty scared, honestly. Alright, it's just using acid. As long as it doesn't lower my special defense, I should be okay. Let's hit it with a water gun. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Alright. As long as we can get freed from the fire spin, I should be able to run away. I'm going to go ahead and use a fresh water. That's healing item number 2 of this fight. As long as that fire spin will free me, I can get out of here. Oh, man. Uh-oh. I think we should be okay as long as it frees me. Oh my god, it's still racking up that damage. Navi, now's not the time! Oh my god. Come on. Oh my god, now it's confused me. If I hurt myself in confusion, that with the fire spin and the poison, that might kill Angle Whip. Come on, buddy, you gotta hit through! Alright, we did. Free me, please. Oh my god. Free me! Thank you. Okay, let's get out of here. Miazurkyu, you gotta come in here. We can run away after this. Angle Whip is so slow! Why? That's terrifying. Oh my god. Just don't fire spin me, because I don't know if I knock it out, if it'll make it so I can't get it again. Because I know if I catch one, then the island scan's done. Okay, sketchy. I don't like that. Let's go and put Miazurkyu up front. Let's heal off Angle Whip. And then, hopefully, find a male, because I don't want to be looking all day. This is going to be a long episode, and I apologize for that. But I wanted to get Bob a partner, if possible. I'd like to get the final 6 started up in this episode. But it's very possible that that doesn't happen, so. I do have to find a male, though, because it has to be compatible with the only lone wolf on my team. For any of you guys that don't know. So, hopefully we can find it right here. Yeah, we found a Litwick. Please be a male. Please? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm gonna attack it because it seems very bulky from what I saw, because I couldn't do very much damage with a super effective water gun. So we're gonna Sweet Kiss it. Hopefully it hurts itself in confusion, then we can like Thundershock it or something like that. Alright, we did hurt it, which is good. Thundershock hopefully will paralyze it, and then we can catch it. Please paralyze? No, and it snapped out right away. That's unfortunate, too. Okay, Thundershock, come on. Paralyze it. No. Okay, I want to switch before it gets too bad for Miazurkyu here. Because being fire spinned in with Pikachu would kill Pikachu, so we do not want that. Pikachu's got too low of HP in defense right now. Angle Whip can take more hits. So let's send in Angle Whip. And then hopefully catch this Litwick. I'm so sorry this is taking so long. I didn't think this Litwick would be this difficult. Like, it's bulky. It's got some damaging moves. Like, I didn't expect that at all. So let's go ahead and throw a Great Ball, and hopefully we can get it right now, because I want this thing to be done with. Done and over with. Will it work? Yeah, it did. Alright, my encounter for the Hau'oli Cemetery is a Litwick, and that is my island scan for the Melee Island. Will it be paired up with Bob? A part of me wants it to not be, because it's not going to be a good partner. But it also will mean Bob will be a lone wolf until after the first trial. Anyways, I'm going to check my naming theme list for a name for this Litwick, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got a name for this Litwick. It is a spirit of a sorcerer, and it's in one of the RuneScape quests. It's from the Legends quest, if I remember. And it's just a cool sounding name for a male Litwick. There's obviously no candle monsters in RuneScape. Who would get weird like that, Pokemon? Anyways, spirit of a sorcerer. I love Unova, by the way. Don't hate. And the name I'm giving this Litwick is VLD. We have VLD or VLD? I say VLD. We have VLD, the Litwick, which is pretty awesome. Oh, we can add it to the party. That's right. I didn't think about that. All right, let's add it instead of Malcolm. And Malcolm will be sent to the box. So, that saves me a little bit of time. for it to be compatible with Bob, once again, I'm going to go over this. It has to either be timid, bold, docile, quirky, relaxed, serious, adamant, naughty, or brave, or bashful. I forgot bashful last time, but bashful's on any. If you guys recall from the last episode, I forgot to add bashful. Anyways, this Litwick has to be one of those natures to be compatible with Bob, and the nature of this Litwick is quirky, which means it likes males only, and this VLD Litwick is the last member of the final 6. It is to be paired up with Bob. So Bob and VLD are paired up. We have a Litwick on the team, and it doesn't evolve for a very, very, very long time. So I'm concerned. But everybody's around the same level, and everybody's able to fight on their own, which is awesome to see. Do we have any TMs that VLD can learn? No, that's okay, though. We have 6 Pokemon on our team. We filled out our team this episode, and we are ready to storm this game. Hopefully, one of them, or more than one of them, will be on the final 6. That'd be really cool to see. Who knows? We won't really know that until the end of the game, so I'm really excited with how everything turned out. So if you guys are excited from Yazercue or VLD, the final 6, well, the first 6, the original 6 of this team in this playthrough, a like is appreciated. It helps out a great deal. And if you enjoyed the episode, please let me know. Your feedback definitely means the world to me, and I read every comment that I get. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you guys want to see more Wedlocks like Pokemon Sun, feel free to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys then.